Hello, this is Marina Kats and Elsa Arbitman, and today we're going to be talking about homeowners' liabilities. As the season changes, homeowners' responsibility changes, and there's more and more people walking the street involved in recreational activity, and obviously that creates a danger to the individual, and also make sure that homeowners have the right policy in place, and that obviously where you come in. And this last 2 weeks, I had two interesting cases already from people walking. One was in Doylestown case, and it was a historical district, and the homeowner had a problem with a pavement in front, and somebody unfortunately slipped and fell and got very seriously injured as a result of that fall. And when homeowner received a letter from us, they sent us a letter back saying we're really very apologetic, we understand that the person will suffer, but we were not sure if we could do something to this pavement because it was a historic area. And obviously, unfortunately, historic area or not, homeowners are obviously responsible if they do not maintain their property, if there is a trip and fall hazard to passers-by, and especially if it's a businesses, and create additional responsibility to business invitee. So this trip and fall situation increases in the summer just because more people are walking and more people, visiting each other.
And just enjoying the weather.
And just enjoying the weather, right. So what I'd like to do is ask you, number one, for all of our listeners, is what do you think should be included in homeowner policies? And number two is, how can homeowner protect himself so they are not creating danger to others?
Absolutely. Hello, my name is Elsa Arbitman. Thank you for inviting me. As far as the homeowner responsibility, I always tell my customers, make sure that you don't leave, if you're gardening, make sure you don't leave gardening tools outside where somebody can trip and fall. If your kids are riding a bike, make sure they put the bikes back so nobody trips over the bicycles as the neighbors are walking by. Just make sure that your pavements are done. If you're taking down trees, make sure that you're not doing it while people are walking around, that somebody can get hurt. Another big thing is the pools. Now everybody's going to start opening their pools. Don't leave toys out in the pool for little kids to be able to grab. Make sure everybody's always responsible for watching their own children at their house. Larger parties, everybody thinks somebody else is watching the kids, but watch your own kids at all times. Don't leave ping pong tables next to the pool. I've seen that happen with homeowners, and you take one step back and you end up in the pool.
I had a case, actually a very interesting case. It was actually happening, somebody had a catering event, and they put catering tables right next to a pool. It's a business, obviously, event. And they had a big event, and they had a catering table and was self-serve buffet. And my client obviously was walking around, didn't realize how close they put those tables next to the pool, and fell into the pool and broke his leg.
Oh my God.
Obviously that's something very serious. And people should be aware when they're doing the parties, how close to the pole they're putting the tables.
Absolutely. And if you have like DJs, people like to bring DJs in, make sure their cords are not in the way for people to trip over. Sometimes people like to play jokes and throw people into the pools. Don't do that.
They're responsible for that. And by the way, it's a very interesting thing. You would think that it's intentional. Somebody tried to throw somebody into the pool, and homeowner policy can decline the coverage, which is true. They could. See, people are calling us on our show, which is true. They could decline the coverage if it's intentional tort, but that also depends on how much injury this person suffer. Because obviously, when you playing joke with somebody, you might want to throw them in a pool, but no way you wanted them to break the leg.
Of course.
So there is a way to go around this homeowner's liability.
Yes.
But yes, the most important thing is if you have a home, even if you rent the apartment and something happened inside of your apartment, what you should do is have a rental
with liability.
Absolutely.
So that brings us to the liability portion. And like you said, even if you're renting a house with a pool or renting a house and you're gardening, you're responsible, not just your landlord, you're also responsible. So make sure you have the correct renter's insurance in place with appropriate levels of liability coverage. The standard liability is $100,000, but it's not a one size fit everybody policy. Purchase enough liability to protect your personal assets. Purchase enough liability to protect your future assets.
We should also talk about the umbrella policy, because I recommend to all my clients, if they just come to me and are reviewing their auto policies, is to make sure that they have umbrella policy. What I also recommend to my clients, I'm not an insurance agent, I don't go into it, I just strictly look on the coverages for their auto policy. Sometimes they combine auto policy and home policy, they get enough discount that it makes worth their while to increase the limits.
Yes, of course. So it is, and it's really, the umbrella policy is really inexpensive compared to the coverage you get. It's something you hope you never have to use. You hope you're never in that situation. But if you're ever in that situation, you will be happy that you've had that coverage in place. So you can purchase it anywhere between $1 to $5 million of additional coverage.
And it's not that much money.
No, it's like if you only have like 2 cars and 2 adult drivers, it's only about $200 to $250 a year.
I recommend it always to all my clients, and but obviously they should come to you and talk to you about insurance. So now, actually, I think our show, and it's not nice to pat yourself on the back, but at the end of the day, I think we have a great show because we explain to people from both sides. If you're injured, they can come to me, and my phone number is 215-396-9001. And if they need a policy to make sure that they are protected from the homeowner's point of view, they should come to you and bring the policy, and you'll review it for them. And if God forbid somebody's injured on their property, they should bring that to the insurance agent and explain to them what happened, and either report it directly to their company or come to you, and you will help them with reporting it, so people don't have to worry about it. And give them your number.
Yeah, and I can be reached at 215-757-0816, and we'll be happy to help, give you quotes, and report claims for you, and explain the process.
Yeah. And the only thing I want to also say to people who are homeowners, sometimes they get letter from us as a lawyer saying, somebody fell on your property, please transfer the file, or please give this letter to your insurance company. And people very hesitant about doing it. And what I'm saying to them, all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable, and just send it, and the insurance company gonna come in, take the photograph. If the person who we're representing didn't do something right, the insurance company will defend the homeowners. And if we did everything right and homeowner was wrong and neglected their property, then the insurance company will provide the coverage.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day.